Hello my dear friends, hope you all be fine and doing well. Thank you so much for joining me again. Thank you so much for joining in your channel. My dear friends, today I brought you a very fantastic game. So in this video I am going to show you how to play the Queen's Gambit and trap your opponent. So without wasting that time, let's get started the game. You have to start the game by pushing the pawn into d4. And this is the main lines that you can play against your opponent. So in this position, if your opponent is pushing the pawn into d5, in this position, you just simply push the pawn into c4. When you are pushing the pawn into c4, now your opponent has different options to play. So, for example, if your opponent is accepting your pawn, so in this position, you just simply push the pawn into e3. So my dear friends, by pushing the pawn into e3, now you are attacking to the weak pawn of your opponent. So it is not a good idea for your opponent to defend from this pawn. So for example, if your opponent doesn't have any idea regarding of Queen's Gambit, so if he is trying to defend from his pawn, so he is making a big mistake. So let me show you. So now you are attacking to your opponent's pawn. In this position, if your opponent push the pawn into b5 and he is defending from his pawn, now he is not going to lose his pawn easily. So in this position, my dear friends, you have the best move, and that is pushing the pawn into a4. Now in this position, your opponent has two options. The first one is capturing your pawn, and the second one is defending from his pawn. For example, if your opponent captures the pawn, so in this position, you have this brilliant move, and that is capturing the pawn by your queen and giving check to your opponent. So in this position, if your opponent bring his bishop into here, so now you are simply capturing the pawn by your queen. So in this position, you are in a very good mood and you can play lots of good games as you opened file for your rook, and also in the next move you are taking your bishop, taking your knight, and also you can simply go to castle. So it would be a very fantastic game for you. So what happens in this position if your opponent is not willing to capture your pawn? So in this position your opponent has two options. The first one is pushing this pawn, and the second option is pushing another pawn. So let me show you. For example, if your opponent push the pawn into a6, in this position your opponent, by pushing the pawn into a6, he cannot defend from his pawn because now you are simply capturing the pawn. So now if your opponent capture the pawn, so now easily you can capture the rook. So when you are capturing the rook, so definitely you are one rook up and you are easily winning the game. So what happens in this position, your opponent is choosing from another option, and that is pushing the pawn into c6. In this position also, my dear friends, you simply capture the pawn by your pawn. Now your opponent is capturing by his pawn. In this position as a white, you have the best move. Can you find it, my dear friends? If you find the best move for white, please pause the video and write it in the comment section below. You have a nasty move and you can win the game easily. Yes, definitely, my dear friends. And the best move is to bring your queen into f3 and attacking to your opponent's rook. See, my dear friends, in this position, your opponent cannot defend from his rook. So, for example, if he brings his bishop directly, you are capturing the bishop. So, if he brings his knight in here, so directly you are capturing the knight and giving a check to your opponent and also attacking to the rook. So, in this way, your opponent cannot defend from his rook, and also he doesn't have this option because you are simply capturing the queen. Again, he cannot solve his problem. So in this way, you can trap your opponent if he is accepting your pawn and he is defending from his pawn. In this way, you can trap your opponent. So I'm going to show you another line as well. For example, in this position, when you are pushing the pawn into e5, if your opponent is not capturing your pawn, so what is the best move for your opponent? He is pushing the pawn into e6, and this is called the Queen's Gambit decline. So your opponent declined from capturing the pawn. So in this position, you just simply activate your pieces. Your opponent is also doing the same thing. Now you have to take your bishop in here. After that, your opponent is taking his knight. So now push the pawn, and also in this way, you have to continue to developing your pieces. and the game is going on normally. So this is the today's trap, and I hope you enjoyed from watching this video. So my dear friends, this is not the main lines that your opponent is capturing your pawn and after that he is defending. So in case if you are facing in such a situation, you should have this idea how to trap your opponent. And this way you are increasing your ratings in chess. So therefore you can easily dominate the game and punish your opponents in any level. So thank you so much my dear friends for watching this fantastic video, and I hope you enjoyed from watching this video. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel, share it with your friends and family members, and this way you are motivating me to make lots of good videos for you in the future. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.